The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, Mayfield. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Play fake, Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Mayfield on play action. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, 66. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 72.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. JoJo Natson back deep. .154 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. William Golston providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Fourth down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Shotgun now for Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. He completes it to Bryant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Now Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Back now in Tampa. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Chubb working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try now for Succop. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Hit by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Skippy 420, baby. Let's go.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity.
Ooh,
just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch,
yes,
but they definitely had a chance.
he actually fucking put up a fight with me on that, actually. I was not trying to lose on a real fucking note. God, that was bad performance on Brady. Ah, he was pretty decent. He's a newbie. I almost lost to a newbie. Holy shit. He's on a 4 losing streak. Well, he was on a 3 losing streak, but then he played me. Yeah. Yeah. At least my name's on one of those losses.